We are covering gross motor development milestones from birth to age 5 for your CDA exam. For infants from birth to 12 months, the exam will test your knowledge of the cephalocaudal progression, which means development proceeds from head to toe. You will see questions asking you to identify the correct sequence, starting with an infant first gaining head control, then propping themselves up on their arms, followed by sitting without support. A classic exam scenario might describe a 9-month-old who is not yet crawling but can sit independently. The best response is to provide opportunities for tummy time to strengthen core muscles, not to force the child into a crawling position. The exam wants to see that you understand the progression from sitting to crawling to pulling to a stand and finally taking those first steps around their first birthday. Moving into the 1 to 2-year-old range, the focus shifts to refining mobility. A common exam question will present a toddler who is walking confidently and ask for the next appropriate environmental setup. You should look for answers that mention low climbers, soft play structures, or opportunities to push and pull toys. They are not yet ready for complex activities like pedaling a tricycle, which is a frequent distractor item on the exam for this age group. This is also the age where they begin to throw a ball, although it will be without much accuracy. For 3 to 4-year-olds, the key words are coordination and new forms of locomotion. The exam will expect you to know that this is when true running, jumping with 2 feet, and even hopping on 1 foot emerge. A scenario might ask you to plan an outdoor activity for a group of 3-year-olds. The best answer would involve activities like an obstacle course with things to jump over or lines to hop along. This is also the age for mastering the tricycle. A common exam trap is to confuse hopping with skipping. Skipping is a more complex skill that develops later. By ages 4 and 5, children are developing more complex and coordinated movements. The CDA exam will test your ability to differentiate these more advanced skills. You need to know that this is the typical age for skipping, catching a large ball with 2 hands and walking on a low balance beam. An exam question might describe a 4-year-old who can run and jump but struggles to catch a ball. Your role is not to diagnose a problem, but to provide more opportunities for practice with larger, softer balls to build their confidence and skill. The exam prioritizes supporting development through play, not formal instruction. Here's a simple way to remember the progression: head, sit, crawl, walk, run, jump, skip. Just follow the body down and the actions up in complexity. Head, sit, crawl, walk, run, jump, skip. This sequence will help you quickly identify the appropriate developmental stage in an exam scenario. The most critical concept the CDA exam tests is your ability to plan the environment to support the next emerging skill, a concept rooted in Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. A common trap is choosing an activity that is too advanced. If a child is pulling to a stand, the goal is to provide sturdy furniture for cruising, not to hold their hands and force them to walk. The exam is assessing your understanding of scaffolding development, not rushing it. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.